He might sit down, he might stand up, he might take the microphone and fucking sit down there. This guy is crazy as shit, but I am happy to call him my friend. Please, your headliner for the night, be Nault.
Let's hear for all the comics that you saw already. Thanks for coming out to our fucking 3-day-long comedy show. We really appreciate it. I'm here to make friends. I'm bad at making friends, man. My roommate, he doesn't talk to me anymore. I did this thing. He has this old school iPod, like the big brick ones, and it's got 5,000 songs, all his favorite songs, various artists. And I took it and I looked through it and I wrote down all the songs in it and all the artists on a piece of paper. It took me like an hour. And then I deleted all the music off of his iPod and I uploaded 5,000 copies of Korn's Freak on a Leash. And then I took the list and I renamed each individual one of the ones off the list. So now when he looks at it, it looks like it's going to work like normal, but no matter what he plays, it's just, he got the rock, he got the rock. I love it when that guy does that shit. Jonathan Davis, when he got that shit's fucking great. Like, you ever premature ejaculate, Playboy? There's a way around it, dude. I figured it out. Like, if you even think about the guy from Korn doing that shit, impossible. Completely impossible. You can even just listen to Korn. You can borrow my iPod if you want. You know what friend I always wanted to be? I always wanted to be the Chewbacca of the friend group. Because people go up to him, they talk to him, and they're like, hey, what's up? And he's like, ah! This fucking guy, he's always on, man. There's this scene in The Empire Strikes Back, Lando Calrissian, he walks over, Chewbacca is standing next to Han Solo, and he's like, how you doing, Chewie? You still hanging out with this loser? He's like, no! I got friends that feel that way about me, man. This is why I've been single for so fucking long, and it's my own fucking fault, but there's this thing that I was doing, is a thing I came up with, it's called fetish window shopping. And what that means is you go and you talk to the people online that have the weird kinks and the fetishes, but you don't do it, you just talk to them. Because I'm ignorant, I don't understand. Like, I'm stupid. Like, I'll be the first person to admit that I'm not making fun of them, I just don't get it. Like, I met this girl online, she wanted me to come over and pretend that she was a cat. Which I don't know what that means. You want me to bring a laser pointer over? Fucking drown you in the tub? Like, at what point does this thing segue into the part where we actually fuck? It's like, come on, take this fucking dick. What does that mean? Do I have to fuck you under the tool shed, babe? It's cool. You get to entertain shit like that when you're single. You get to think about it, you know? Like I was walking by this all-male bathhouse over on Capitol Hill, and there was this man outside, and he was like, I will give you $200 if you come inside and take a shower with me. And I was like, thank you, that's very nice, but now I'm kind of thinking like, hey, maybe I should. Because I don't know if you can tell this by looking at me, but the one thing I could use more than $200 is the fucking shower. I'm a mess, and I drink too much. This is probably the main thing that's fucking with me. You know how much? I drink so much. The other day, I accidentally showed a barista my ID. And alcohol affects all of us, man, because she's so wired and hungover, she started checking the shit. That was fun to watch. But it's better, like, booze is how I've reconciled it. Because I was fucking with coke pretty bad for a little bit. Hey, who in this room has never done coke? Anyone? A couple of people? Thanks for the enthusiasm. I'm going to save you the time, and you won't even have to try it. Anyone in here who's done it, they're going to back it up. This is what cocaine does to you, all right? What cocaine does to you is it makes you wish that you had some cocaine. You see how she's laughing? That's the entire experience. I might be talking out of my ass. You know, I only tried it once for a year and a half. You know what I mean? I ended up doing a lot of acid for a little while, too. Acid's fun, man. You guys fuck with acid? Yes, it's fucking so boring. Come on. The first time I did acid, I ended up at the hospital. Which is about as fun as it sounds, man. I found a bolt on the ground. I just stared at it for 45 minutes like, Jesus God, there's medical equipment in this hospital that's missing parts, man. I wake up the next morning, right? The nurse comes in and she's like, so how you feeling? You feeling better? I'm like, oh yeah, you know, this place is significantly less terrifying when it's daytime and you're not on LSD. And I swear to God, from across the hall in a completely different room, I hear someone yell, I heard that! Probably would have been man. Like I work at sandwich shops like 9 times in my whole fucking life. This shit. I work at Jimmy John's. Yeah, Jimmy John's. Don't do that. You know what they do when you work at Jimmy John's? They call you a sandwich rock star. You're a sandwich rock star. You know how that feels? Like I wanted to be a rock star when I was a child. Do you know how that feels? It's like, hey, now you're Dr. Wendy's cashier. Here's your name tag. Get the fuck out of here. You're still closing, man. The first job I ever had, I worked at a Jack in the Box. This is a true story. I worked at a Jack in the Box for about 2 months. And I got fired because somebody came through the drive-thru and I gave them their food. And they were like, have a nice day. And I said, don't fucking tell me what to do. And I closed the little window. And then he rolled back around and I got fired. That was it. I was street canvassing for a while too. You guys know street canvassers? Anyone know what street canvassers? They're the dudes with the clipboards that are downtown. They're like, hey, how would you like your very own Guatemalan child? What do you think of that? Dude, you don't really know rejection until you've seen a woman march her stroller into moving traffic to avoid walking by. Like, fuck that, Junior. This guy's got a vest on. We're taking our chances. I almost want to keep it though. It's like, that's a good opportunity to fuck with people, right? That's my favorite thing in the world to do is fuck with people. I don't care. Like, my morals, they don't mean shit to me. I'll fuck with someone. Like, I was at this diner, and I was just, like, eating, not really paying attention. I was just, like, staring at the floor. And all of a sudden, this, like, little bit of sausage lands on the floor next to my foot, and it's got, like, hair and dust and shit. And I look over at the table next to me, there's this little kid. He couldn't have been older than 6. He's staring at me, and he had his fork, and I could tell that he was going to eat it off the floor with his fork, right? So when he went down with his fork, before he could get to it, I just went, ah, and I just ate it. But look, here's the kicker. Up until that point, I had been vegan for like 10 years. But I didn't give a shit. I'm fucking with this kid today. I hope it makes him cry. I do. Let that be a lesson to you, young man. Breakfast is fleeting. That's right. That's what you do. You fuck with people, man. You take a butt plug into your local Starbucks. You go, excuse me, you guys got somewhere I can plug this in for a little while? Goddamn. You ever hop in the backseat of a stranger's car while they're stopped at a red light? She's like, where the fuck have you been? Larry, where the fuck, Larry? You know his name, right? You've been following him for 3 days. Just this one thing. Get your head out of your ass, Larry. Make him look bad, Larry. And then you hand him a manila envelope full of nickels, climb out the sunroof. Get the fuck out of there. Let him count the nickels. That's some dumb shit. Dumb motherfucker. But I mean, everyone's stupid. And I met this guy, and he had a tattoo on his neck, and it was a tattoo of a swastika, but it had like a circle and a little line through it. Which I guess means when it comes to Nazis, this guy's just, you know, he's just blah. You know what I mean? No, thank you. Nazis, I'm good on that. You know how stupid people are? This is something that I've realized while I was just kind of paying attention. You know, when you go into a public restroom or something, and they got this little thing on the door that's like an air compressor or something that has like a hinge, so that when you close it, it goes. You know why that's in there? Because if it wasn't in there, idiots like me would come in like, hey, what's going on here, guys? What are you doing? That's why that's there. Because they're all fucking idiots. There's holes in the walls unless they invent shit like that. I do this, but I don't want to be famous, which is convenient. I think fame really makes you lose your mind. I think that happens, and there's so many examples for it. Like, did you guys hear what happened to the guy from Creed? Yeah. What, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna back this up so that I'm not making this up. The lead singer of Creed has lost his mind, and he thinks that he's involved in a top secret plan to assassinate the president. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. His family, they're working tirelessly night and day to get him institutionalized, but I can honestly say for the first time in my life, I want to hear a new Creed record. Yeah, man, let's get this guy back in the booth. I want his manifesto set to alternative rock. His head white hole bone. I know he's Muslim. The music video is just him on top of a book depository with his shirt unbuttoned, you know, wind in his hair. Oh man, if you guys thought fucking puke porn was bad. And like, this is something that I've been thinking about a lot. Like when you get famous and then you do terrible shit. I've done terrible shit in my life. And if I get famous, I'm gonna be all over the place and the people that I've hurt are gonna see me and it's not okay, right? Like, think about the Cosby victims, right? I feel bad for them for a number of reasons, but there's something that a lot of people aren't thinking about, which is, can you imagine what it would be like if everybody had a wacky impression of the guy that raped you? You're just like at an office party, they're like, ah, children! You're like, dude, never do that. That's really terrible. Don't ever do that again. We gotta fucking punish these people appropriately. Put me in charge. I'm fucking 100% in favor of cruel and unusual punishment. If you've done something, that it makes it appropriate. Like Jared Fogle, the fucking subway guy, he's out. He's not in prison. Did you know that? He's not in prison anymore. He's on house arrest. There are people who never hurt anyone who are in prison, and he gets to live in his fucking sandwich mansion. This is what I say we do with Jared Fogle. We hunt him down, we find him, we make him fat again. We just force feed him those fucking footlongs until he has to take the khakis out of the frame in his living room and put them back on. He's never fuckable to children again. But I'm a man of class, I am. Like there's this thing that guys do, the women always pull back on me when I say this. This thing that guys do in the men's room. When they're standing at the urinal, they like to pee and then they pick their nose and then wipe it on the wall. Right over the, did you hear that? And wipe it on the wall. You know, that's fucking gross, guys. Don't stop. Just stop. What you do is you pick and then you piss it off the end of your fingers. Have a little bit of class, gentlemen. I'm originally from Arizona. Anyone? Nothing? Yeah, you're from Arizona? No shit? Where? I'm so sorry. Sucks, man. It's not as great as it sounds. Don't. Like, what's the #1 tourist attraction in Arizona? Anyone?
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon. Aside from the meth, she's correct. They got tour guides at the Grand Canyon, which is just a blast to watch. The big hole in the ground, and there's a guy that's like, yeah. Big ass hole in the ground. I don't know what to tell you. There used to be Native Americans down there. I don't know if they're still down there. I haven't been down there anymore. The guy was like, you know, if you jumped off the highest point of the Grand Canyon, you have about 45 seconds to regret it. And I was like, fuck you don't know me. That's one way out. Got me standing out here in the heat, gawking at a giant hole in the ground. Might as well feed me to the hungry mouth, this demon state. I want out. Didn't mean to scare you. You guys, the honeys, the women, they always think I'm fronting. They think I'm fabricating. When I'm talking about my financial situation, all right, the way that I make money, you know what I mean? But you gotta believe me, man, I'm stacking that cheddar. You feel me? Them chips. That's right. I'm rolling that dough. I'm getting that bread. I'm putting on that lettuce, that green. I work at a sandwich shop. I wish I